Welcome to this week's episode of My CP Does Not
We're
Define
live.
Me, where we focus less on the this and more on the ability of what we can do. Join us each and every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, live on the Disability Global Broadcast, Facebook Live, and LetGoRadio.net. Looking forward to seeing you there. What's up, party people? It's D to the J with a roll away, and it's Wednesday. Happy 4th of July to everybody out there in Kaboom Land. Hopefully, the fireworks did not scare you too bad last night, one day removed from the 4th of July. I know dogs and cats and turtles were hiding under their respective rocks as the fireworks were going off here in Virginia. Yes, I am back. It is time for another exciting episode, although shortened today because we have dinner plans. For my CP does not define me. I had to redo this episode like 12 times because I couldn't get stuff to work. And finally at 6:59, everything decided to go, okay, we're going to work now. So here we are. Yes, I'm live. Yes, I'm musically inclined with my music shirt and my topic. What does it truly mean to be independent? Happy 4th, everybody. So, I want to cover this real quick because, like I said, I've only got about 15 or 20 minutes today, but I wanted to come up and do a video for you guys because I am dedicated and that's what I do. Yes. But independence, we're not just talking about America's independence, we're talking about your independence. What does it mean to be truly independent when you move out on your own and you live your life by yourself? Okay, now let me define this because I want to go back a little bit. Some people with disabilities are not able to move out from their parents because they need 24-hour care. Okay, some need help. Some need an aide or a caregiver to come in to help them. Okay, but that does not mean you can't be truly independent. Hey Tony, welcome to the show. Glad you had a good glad you had a good holiday. So what does it mean to you to truly be independent? Because let's think about it. For 18 years, usually, we are under our parents. Okay? We do what they say. We drink their Mountain Dew, we live under their roof. We don't pay any rent, we don't pay any bills except maybe a cell phone or something. For 18 years or longer, they take care of us. They provide our clothes, they provide our needs, everything that we need, they provide. So therefore, we listen to them. Daddy used to say, "I brought you into this world, I can take you out." Not now, okay? But I'm moving forward, okay? So you are under your parents, okay, and then you hit that golden age where it's time to go out and get a job, or you met the man of your dreams and you move all the way to Virginia and give up everything you've ever known. And parents may think you're totally crazy for what you're doing. Making the wrong decision got to be crazy. What the heck are you doing? How could you do such a thing? But you've made the decision and now you are on your own. You're independent. But here's the thing, to be truly independent to me does not mean truly alone. Truly independent to me means that you're able to make your own decisions. Let me give you a prime example. One of the things that we could not do, every weekend we had to sit down and eat dinner as a family. We did not eat in the living room. We did not watch TV while we ate. When I moved out, I had my meals in the living room and I eat dinner in front of the boob tube. Now, when I have people over, I serve them first. When I have guests, I serve them first. My mother taught me to serve my guests first. Hey, Kayla, how are you? I really want, and I'm gonna highlight some of these comments in a minute because they're good. Now, I'm talking about on the physical side right now, on the physical side of independence. When and if you are able, let me say that again. For those of you just getting on the show, don't knock it. I'm not saying if you can't move out because you need help. I understand that. I'm not trying to knock that. I'm not saying your parents hold you down like a little crab going, you will eat now. That's not going to, that's not what, what I'm talking about. To be truly independent does not mean to be truly alone. When you can make decisions for yourself, if you want to have a glass of milk in the living room, you can do so. If you want to bring a drink to the bedroom, you can do so. If you want to squirt whipped cream all over your walls and write your name, although it would be messy, you have the right to do so. So Tony says this. Me personally, I've always thought there's no such thing as independence. Wow. Because we always depend on someone, just like depend on God to provide for us. All right, now, so let me touch on that just a minute. That's a good statement. But I'm going to say this. I'm going to say it once. I'm not trying to get religious on anybody. God helps those who helps themselves. So, yes, we can depend on people, and we're going to depend on people because everybody needs a little help once in a while. Okay? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about freedom. Okay? It is the 4th of July. I'm talking about freedom. I'm talking about, I love my parents. I love my parents to death. My father's all right. We working on it. Love can build a bridge. Okay. Anyway, we're working on it, trying to get through, working our way through. Sometimes I want to punch him in the nose. Sometimes I want to step on his foot. Sometimes I want to give him a hug. Hopefully not all three at the same time. That's very confusing. But here's the thing. Our decision, okay, when we live with our parents, I'm talking about an idea, okay, to be able to go and do something on your choice. On your choice. By the time you make that decision, it is your choice. And you now have to suffer the consequences, if there are any, to be truly independent. Now, Kayla says this, and I like this too. Truly independent depends on every task and skill, no matter what. If it is physical, emotional, or mental, yes, that is very true. But right now, I am talking about sort of the physical and mental side there, Kayla, just to kind of ease that up just a little bit. Hello, Jenny. Welcome to the show. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Michael, how are you? Thank you for coming in. Doing well. Let's see. And here's the, truly, and I know for a fact that it's important. Okay, it's important to where there she is. It's important. That's all right. It's important to where you have to be okay with the decisions you make. Okay, when you bridge that gap, with your parents, it doesn't mean, and I want to say this very, very, very humbly, it doesn't mean that you lose your parent. When a when a woman moves in with a man or a man moves in with a woman, it does not mean you lose your sibling. A lot of people think, I've lost my daughter. He's taking my daughter away, that mean old man. He's going to put her in the doghouse back there and feed her kibble all her life, and we ain't going to never see her no more. That's not what I'm talking about. Have you ever thought about the option of gaining a son-in-law or gaining someone else to help? No matter how you treat them, no matter what you say to them, they still are nice to you and still respect you as an individual to a point until you cross that certain line. And when you cross that certain line, you have the right to say, you know what? I wash my hands of it. I'm done. I'm not talking to you anymore. I've tried. I've tried to be nice. I've tried to help. If you can't accept me for me, that's your problem, not mine. For example, I can independently communicate despite the different ways I do so. Yes, and I understand. Yeah, and there is independence, and I love the way that you said that. There, there are different levels of independence in everything we do. There are different levels of independence in our accomplishments themselves. There is a mental part, there is a physical part, there is an emotional part. I am talking about for you to be able to say, you know what, I'm going to have 12 friends over, eat 12 pizzas, 16 bonbons, drink 13 liters of soda, and not go to the bathroom until the next morning. Not that you would do that. That's a bad idea. Please don't do that. I'm not endorsing that. I'm just saying. I have learned about freedom, but I like my freedom, but I also love my parents because my parents never held me down. My parents never, let me rephrase. My mother and grandparents never stopped me. When my father was around, when I was little. So, but we're working on that. So kind of, I'm very independent, but when it comes to dealing with construction or plumbing, I have to call a professional. Look, now we're getting into the funny part. If something is leaking, I will call somebody. I can be independent as hell, but I'm gonna tell you right now, if the toilet is clogged up or busted, maintenance. That's what I'm gonna do. Mm-hmm. I don't know if there's a ghost in the toilet, but if there is, who you gonna call anyway? Um, So I just I want to hear from the people on the show. I want to hear from you guys. What does independence mean to you? And I'm talking about, think about this now before I say it, the freedom to be able to do what you want to do and make the decisions that you want to make. That is what's so great about this country. We have the right to free speech. We have the right to say what we want to say. We have the right to do what we want to do. How do you feel about your freedom? What is it like for you to be free? Are you free? Are you able to say what you want to say? Are you scared to say what you want to say? Are you shy? Do you clam up? Man, 15 minutes went quick. We already at 12:30. Jesus Lord, have mercy. I'm trying to understand. I want to understand from my people. All right, Tony. Let's see. Independence to me means I'm able to accomplish the things I want to accomplish and follow my dreams. Okay, that is a base statement. I like that. I like that because that's it to you. And as long as you have that freedom and those means and those ways and the ways that we might go 30 minutes. I don't know. I'm because this right here, we got to understand what what freedom is. There are people in certain countries that are detained for what they say, for what they do, for walking on the wrong side of the street. Okay. There are people that get in trouble if they show too much, if they show too little, if children speak. And I want to address this real quick. I want to address this real quick. Children are meant to be seen and not heard. That is bullcrap. Okay? As a U.S. citizen and living in the United States of America, children are the value of our future. Children are the pieces of our future. Freedom to speak my thoughts and feelings. I love that. That right there. See, now we're getting on what I'm talking about. Now we're starting to grab a hold of the pieces of the puzzle. I've always had a big mouth, okay, and I am not afraid to say that I have a big mouth. But you can ask this lady back here. Most of the time, I'm very, very well able to control it, and sometimes I don't want to. That filter in the back of my brain with CP, especially when somebody thinks they know every damn thing and you can't tell them nothing and you're helping them. I just kind of, I'm not going to speak now because if I do, I'll drill a hole in your head. You just continue to sit there and wait because sometimes you have to hold your tongue. And I have the freedom to do that. But this lady here, in certain instances, will not hold her tongue. And I like that because I love my independence. If I need help, I will ask. I always speak my mind. That right there is exactly what I'm talking about. That's what this show is all about. I love my independence. If I need help, I will ask. I always speak my mind. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate that. You know, I look at that and I wish more people were that way. Because if we learn as individuals to speak properly, if we learn as individuals not to verbally bash somebody, but to sit down and say, listen, you hurt me this way because this happened and I felt this way because I'm not trying to hurt you no matter how much you hurt me because I'm not that way. Now, the problem with that is that person may accept or reject what you're trying to do. You still have to be the person that you're going to be. And that in itself is freedom. Because you can choose to go off. You can choose to rip that person a new butthole verbally. What's it going to do? What's it going to do? Because if you do that, it isn't going to hurt them. It's going to make them realize that they know how to push your button and get under your skin. But if you hold your tongue in the proper time until they disrespect you, and you say it in the right way, and you do it in the right way, your independence and freedom will follow you for the rest of your life. There was an incident. We were walking our service dog yesterday. I had laid down to take a nap, and Kim took her out because I usually go with her. But Kim was gracious enough to do it this time for me. And there was a young girl outside, and she said, why was DJ so mad yesterday? Kim said, no, DJ wasn't mad. DJ's training Baby. When DJ is training Baby, he doesn't want people around because it distracts the dog and makes the dog not do what she's supposed to do. Daniel, what's going on, my brother? Happy 4th. Hope you had a great holiday. Thank you for tuning in. And the way she handled that was, you got to remember there are different levels when you talk to people. If they talk to you as a child, talk to them on their level. If they talk to you as an adult, talk to them on their level. If they talk to you as an asshole, excuse my French, talk to them on their level. The problem is, you got to be careful not to take it too far because words hurt. They cut as if they were a double-edged sword. The hard part about that is people don't tend to realize how sharp their words are until after they speak them. and they say, "Oh, I'm sorry, I said that was because I was pissed off." It's too late. You done said it. See, once something comes out of your mouth, and this is the part of the independence and the freedom that I'm talking about. Once something comes out of your mouth, it's done. You can't take it back. You can say, "I'm sorry for it." Hi, Aaron. How are you? I literally would rather hold my tongue and wait. And I'm learning to do that better and better every day because it's hard. In this world, the way it is, and the people the way they are, these crazy people, it's hard to hold your tongue. Mm-hmm. It's hard. You know, and again, this is another reason. Hi, DJ. I totally agree with what Michael said. I will say, being a self advocate, I have ripped someone a new one when an employee called me the R word at work. I tell you, that was not going to fly with me. Now, this kind of goes back to what I talked about last week. Everybody has a breaking point. When you push a certain button, they may get upset. They may be offended, and they may fly off the handle. You've got to remember two things, okay? Actions have consequences, people. What you say can hurt and destroy, or heal and help. Going into a situation, if you go into a situation angrily and you haven't had the chance to think about it, back up. Unless you want to go into that situation angrily. That's your choice. Nobody can stop you. It is very difficult to start over. I've done that way too many times. A lot of people don't know that I have done that. A lot of people don't know why I have done that. But again, that was my choice. I had over $20,000 in game systems. To make money, I sold all of those game systems for $500 because I had to pay the rent. I had to rebuild my game collection. It took me years. That's a good point. Kayla says, I don't feel like we have to say self-advocate because we have the freedom to speak. That's true.
I like that.
That's true. But you do have to advocate for yourself. Because if you don't, someone else might not for you. So that is important. Real quick, before we end the show today, I want to bring up one thing. My fiance and I are working on a YouTube for her. It is called Kimiku's. It was just launched yesterday, as well as the like page on Facebook. We are making and selling bracelets for $5 a piece. We have all different colors, all different kinds, glow in the dark, red ones, green ones, combination colors. We're selling them for $5 a piece, plus $3 shipping inside the U.S. She will have more on the site to come, paintings, crafts, earrings, necklaces, all types of jewelry, things of that nature. If you are interested in participating or helping us out, half of the proceeds in this 3 months will go to St. Jude for cancer awareness. In March, we will be doing bracelets with the dark green for Cerebral Palsy Month and Cerebral Palsy Awareness. And also through the month of September, October, and November, we will be doing a fundraiser for Kelly's Choice, in which we will be selling purple and silver bracelets of metallic color for $10, where half of the proceeds go to Kelly's Choice. So, if you would like to contact Kim or myself in regards to the Kimiku's, or order a bracelet or buy a bracelet, Kim, tell them your email so that you can get a hold of her.
My email is johnsonkimberly935@gmail.com.
And that is JONSONKIMBERLY935@gmail.com. You can also email me at mycpdoesnotfindme@yahoo.com, and I will let Kimberly know your order. She also takes personal requests for bracelets and crafts, minimum of 3 colors. You can tell her what you wish to have, and as long as the beads are in stock, she will let you know and get it done, and we will ship it out to you. We do our shipments on Saturday. It takes about 3 to 5 business days, depending on where it is going. So, outside of the U.S., any shipping is $10 with the order of the bracelet for $5. All right, now, Aaron, actually, well, a couple of questions here. I wish we knew each other when you sold them. You know, I tell you, man, we've been selling them left and right, so they're going. You're right on that, Kayla. But I also advocate for those individuals that don't have a voice either. But I see what you're saying. All right, let me stop you there, right there, Aaron. Everybody has a voice of some kind. When you advocate for someone else, that is a great thing. Oh, of the game systems, yeah. Everybody has a voice of some type. When you advocate for someone else, make sure you are saying what they want, not what you want.
Exactly.
That is hard to do.
Should I show them some of the bracelets?
We'll do a separate show on that. All right, guys. Well, look, I wanted to take a few minutes and spend some time with you on this 4th of July holiday. I know it's the 5th. I want to thank everybody for coming up and being part of this with us. I'm sorry we didn't do the full hour today, but I got to get some food in my tummy because I'm hungry like a mug. Just letting y'all know. Going out to the scoreboard for wings on Wednesday. Wednesday wings, baby. Flap, 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 flap my car. Okay, I'm not going to go there. Thank you, Kayla. I appreciate that. You guys hang in there. If you can't be good, be bad, but be good at it. We will see you next Wednesday for another exciting episode of My CP Does Not Define Me. I'm D to the J with the roll away. And as I said, we'll see you next week.
All right, everybody. That's going to do it for this week's episode of My CP Does Not Define Me. As always, you can catch us every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, live on the Disability Global Broadcast, Facebook Live, and on www.letgoradio.net. Also, if you haven't already checked out our YouTube channel, My CP Does Not Define Me, where we post all of our show's episodes in our My CP playlist. As always, I'm your host, D to the J with the roll away. If you can't be good, be bad, but be good at it. We'll see you next week.
Take care, everybody. Be safe and be happy.